Namaskar. Welcome to this edition of the India Foundation podcast. As we commemorate the 158th birth anniversary of great saint scholar Swami Vivekananda, we present to you the special edition of the podcast featuring the address of Sri Ram Madhavji, Member Board of Governors at India Foundation, to the young ignited brains from the United Arab Emirates on youth and nation building, the Vivekananda way. Let's begin.
Today, the population of the youth in India, taking 35 years as the age of the youth, is about 65%. So that suggests the two important facets of India. One, that our country, India, is a very ancient nation, a nation of millennia old history, a civilization and culture dating back to several millennia, an ancient nation, but also a very youthful nation. This may sound a little contradictory, but that is the reality of our country. A very ancient nation with a very youthful population. If there is any one leader who bridges these two facets, the ancientness of our country and the youthfulness of the contemporary India, the bridge maker is Swami Vivekananda. The very name of Swami Vivekananda sends through our bodies a galvanizing shock of strength. Standing at Chicago, he proclaimed that I am the proudest Hindu ever born on this earth. But he added, my pride is not in myself. My pride is not because I look beautiful, because I am handsome, or not because I am very knowledgeable, or not even because I speak very good English. My pride is because of my ancestry, because of my history, because of my culture and civilization. I come from a country that has offered certain valuable jewels of thought to the entire mankind. That makes me a proud Hindu. We are today remembering that personality. He who is, as I mentioned, a bridge between India's very great past. So he is an important bridge between the India's ancient past and the current energetic present. Vivekananda's very important message to the youth who have the urge of doing something for their country, for their community, for their people is threefold. Number one, always have pride in your past. A society that does not respect its past, that does not respect its history, its culture, its civilization, its forefathers, can never prosper, can never progress. So the first thing that the youth of our country, but the youth everywhere should understand is to respect, have pride in their past. That doesn't mean everything in the past is glorious. But whatever good things are there in your past, you should be proud enough to own them up and wear them proudly on your sleeves. Have pride in the past. But equally important, is the second message of Swamiji to the youth, and that is have the pain of the present. When you look around, see the contemporary reality in your country, in your neighborhood, in your community. When you see so many bad things happening, unwanted things happening, do you feel? Do you feel bad? Does it pain you? Swami Vivekananda wanted the young men and of course young women to have that pain in the hearts about the present. That feeling, like pride, feeling of pride about the past, feeling of pain about the present. The second quality Swamiji wanted all of us to imbibe. In fact, his famous quote was, he asked the youth of the world, youth of the country, do you feel that millions are starving today? Millions have been starving for ages. India is described as Annapurna, Ratnagarbha, land of jewels, land of prosperity, land of abundance. But millions starve today. Okay, not starving probably today, because the governments have taken care of basic food security, but still people are still struggling with poverty, illiteracy, lack of healthcare facilities. But is it just a matter of fact information for you, or do you feel? Does it make you restless? Does it make you sleepless? Has it entered into your blood, coursing through your veins, become almost consonant with your heartbeat? Have you become almost mad with that one idea of the misery and suffering of your people, and forgot about your name, your fame, your money, your family, your prosperity? Do you have that kind of an intense feeling about the present? That is the second demand that Swamiji makes of the youth of our country. But then he makes a very important third demand, and that is have great dreams about the future. Those who cannot even dream about a great future can never achieve anything in life. Do you have dreams about the future? When I say dreams about the future, every young man or every young woman has dreams about his or her own future. Everybody wants to become rich. Everybody wants to gain respect in the society, want to have our own house, our own vehicle. But do you also have dreams about your country, your society? So these three things, this triangle of pride in the past, pain about the present, and dreams about the future, this triad is what helps you make a great nation. Nation building is based on these three very fundamental virtues. The youth of our nation, but youth of any nation, should try to imbibe these qualities, friends. And of course, once you have these three things, then you will prepare to work for the building of reconstruction of your own society, your own community, and your own nation. Nation building is not an easy task. You need to dedicate your entire life, physically, mentally, emotionally. You should invest in that. It's not just about gaining something. If I get something in return, then I will do something for the country. That is not the bargain that will build nations. You ask anybody in India today, are you a patriot? everybody has a proof, evidence to show that he or she is a patriot. He will pull out a receipt and show you, look, you are questioning my patriotism. When floods happened in Kerala, I donated 1 day's salary for flood relief. Or when tsunami occurred, we collected rice and sent to Tamil Nadu. Or when fire accident happened, we gave clothes to those people who are affected. You are questioning my patriotism. You will not come across anybody in India or anywhere who will say that I am not a patriot. But problem is, for these people to become patriots, either floods should come, or tsunami should happen, or some fire accident should happen. Then they will become patriots. This is called part-time patriotism. Nations are not built on part-time patriotism. Nations are built when the young men of those nations have that commitment, that courage, that conviction and dedication to building the nation. That is what Swami Vivekananda wanted all of us to imbibe. Anjali was quoting Vivekananda, that famous quote that every young man likes, muscles of iron and nerves of steel. But she also added that very important third line. Muscles of iron, nerves of steel, many youngsters have in this country or in the world. You just go to a gym, for in 6 months you will get muscles of iron, nerves of steel. But you also should have something more. You have muscles of iron, nerves of steel, but you are scared of a squirrel. No, Vivekananda says, have muscles of iron, nerves of steel, but that's about your physical strength. What about your inner strength? And have that mind which is made of that material out of which the thunderbolt is made. Do you have that strength in you? Swami Vivekananda's famous message to the youth is, Abhi, be fearless, be strong. Strength is not just about physical bodybuilding, it's about inner strength, inner courage, courage to face the toughest situations, but work for the mitigation of sufferings of the ordinary people, ordinary citizens, ordinary neighbors. That kind of youthful spirit is what Swami Vivekananda wanted all our youngsters to imbibe. Together with that, you must remember that Swami Vivekananda was a very modern monk. He was ahead of his times. He had dreams about an India which was very modern. He would tell the young men that you will be rotten in a hell if you don't adopt new technologies. He was en route to Chicago. He does a stopover at Tokyo, looking at the industrial development in Tokyo. He tells the youngsters of India, come on, learn from them, industrialize India. This he was talking 100 years ago, 120 years ago, friends. Industrialize India. He had great respect for the potential of our women. He would tell that don't talk just in terms of protecting women. In fact, when somebody asks Vivekananda, how do you think we should protect our women? Vivekananda laughs out loudly. He says, protecting women? You are going to protect. She is Swayam Durga. She is Shakti. She is Mahakali. You are going to protect her. Learn to respect her. This is what Vivekananda told. He was an utterly modern monk. Imbibe that modernity in Vivekananda. That is what as youth we have to do. That is why when you dream of India, when you dream of your country, it's about building a Naya Bharat, a modern new India. Vivekananda inspired generations after generations. There was a reference to how he inspired leaders like Subhash Chandra Bose. Mahatma Gandhi could not meet Vivekananda during his lifetime because Vivekananda passed away very early, in his very early age of 39 years in 1902. But Gandhiji always used to say that I could not meet Vivekananda, I am sorry about that. But when I read about him, the patriotism in me grows manifold. It increases manifold. And most important message that Rabindranath Tagore gave to all of us, every Indian, every young man, is he tells, Tagore says, if you want to understand India, study Vivekananda. Study him more deeply. So much great message is there in his life, in his teachings. Try to imbibe those great values that he taught to all of us through his life and through his teachings. That will be the real tribute to Swami Vivekananda when you remember him on an auspicious occasion like this. But also that will pave the way for us to become active partners in building the future of our motherland, of our country. Thank you, friends.
Thank you so much for listening to this edition of the India Foundation podcast. Do like, share, and subscribe the India Foundation channel.